You want to get that, bro?
You got suggestions for how to take down a lion? We listening.
You got to join the pride. Become family. Look, you might want to get that, bro.
It's fine. It's just my sister.
And you think that's a coincidence? You better stop ignoring the universe. That's divine ordinance, man.
Yo, Snowfall Season 6, Episode 1 and 2, got to be more careful. That Cissy, man, acting her ass off. Everybody's acting their ass off. They start this thing out on fire, and I'm here to give you guys a quick breakdown. But if you want the full length breakdown, come back tonight to catch me and 4 gentlemen you all haven't seen completely together in 4 years. Let's break this thing down. Please subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and the TikTok. And be sure to download the Life Gains podcast. This thing was all about Franklin rebuilding what Teddy took from him. And he goes and takes products somewhere around $3.4 million from his uncle and Lou. Now let's just keep this in mind. He pulled a gun on Lou. He don't give a damn about Lou. Okay, and that's evident by the time we see that dinner scene with Cissy, Rome, and Franklin. But I'm going to get there because TV shows and these dinner scenes, boy, you know something is going to happen. But in the process of trying to rebuild and cover his debt, he needs to get this money clean. And that's when he wants V to do something dangerous. And at first she's like, hell to the no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing this. I don't want to be in this game. I don't like this. And I'm thinking to myself, V, you've been knowing the dude is a drug dealer. It ain't no need for you to try to turn around now. I get that you're pregnant and you want to get out. But if you want to get out, you got to help this man right now. And so eventually V cleans up well. And that's what she did. And I got to admit, y'all, I don't got no jokes about V Birdness head this year. I will not be calling her Veronica, saying her name is spelled Veronica when it is Veronique. She is officially V. I love the way she is standing beside Franklin. One thing I had an issue with from the very beginning before I even seen what happened. Franklin has got Diamond and Silk as his bodyguard. Excuse me. Okay, I'm joking. Dallas and Black Diamond. And I'm thinking to myself, if you get into an altercation with Unc, he could beat both of them with his pinky toe. And we saw how that played out, and we'll get there in a minute. But they are loyal, and he knows he can trust them, so he's been using them. And this whole time, he's trying to undercut Lou and Rome business, and we know his ultimate goal is to get to Teddy. So he winds up stepping to Dion to undercut their keys by 2 G's. And we know Dion is very loyal to Rome, and we all knew that he was going to tell what happened. But he also said, you know, business is business, okay? It's business is business. And so Franklin sets up a drop for Dallas and Black Diamond to get the money, exchange the drugs with Dion. Dion wound up telling Rome exactly what was going on. And old Cockroach Buckley shows up to help them stop Dallas and Black Diamond. And ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you Rome was hot and he beat the living hell out of Black Diamond. By the time she was done, she wasn't Black Diamond no more. She was Clear Diamond. And she eventually died. And that spooked the hell out of Dallas, who said, you know what, Franklin, I'm out this game, bro. Me and my kids, we moving on, and I can't blame her. But how did you guys feel about Rome beating a woman, for all the women that don't like that shit? And I should say all the men that don't like it. No one should like putting hands on anybody. But this was just a revelation of what goes on in the street. I mean, he literally beat this woman like she done something to his children. He was hot. And I think it was more so him sending a message. But did you see all the people standing there looking around and the cops standing there turning a blind eye? I know Buckley ain't in the force no more, but obviously he's got a lot of pull with his money, because them cops, they was looking sad, like they wanted to jump in. They ain't do nothing. They kept it pushing. And probably anyone who saw the way Rome beat her won't about to jump in on him. But Rome, Lou, and Franklin and Cissy aren't the only interesting stories going on. How about old Touchdown Teddy? Goes to talk to one of Avi's arms dealers that he made a mistake and hurt his ear. And he's going to this arm dealer trying to get help on finding out what happened to Avi, trying to find out, can they get information on Parissa? And dude just basically toyed with him and said, F you, you burnt this bridge, mother effer. Oh, poor Teddy. And I don't feel bad for Teddy one bit, because Teddy is the whole reason everything is falling apart on this show. He should have never took that money from Frank. He done got his ass kicked out of the CIA. He don't have a good relationship with his own child. And then we see Teddy's handler saying, you know what, I can get you your badge back. And the government also has huge interest in that $75 million that you got, which just goes to show you how crooked parts of the government can be. The government is ran by human beings, and we know human beings are all corrupted in some form or fashion. And Teddy's the primary person that we see in this show who is government connected and is crooked. But he's in a lot of trouble now, ladies and gentlemen. He doesn't have his arms dealer. He don't know where Parissa is at. One of the ways he was getting his money was through Javi and the arms dealer, and now he done burnt that bridge. Teddy's not the only one who has an intricate plot. My G Oso is now working for the DEA. Damn, Oso. But he struck a deal with the DEA to take down Teddy in exchange for immunity. And he had to go run up in the hotel where the DEA was staged because he's damn scared as hell because he lied to Teddy, telling Teddy that he was at a hospital. And Teddy asked him about that hospital, which lets us know Teddy know Oso is lying. So at this point in time, you got to be thinking Oso might be on the chopping block for death. In any event, the DEA wants Teddy to come up with the border drop somewhere at that tunnel between Mexico and America. And he's going to take them there the next day, which is what he does. But then he gets a frantic call from Teddy, who has found Panty Draws Parissa. Panty Draw Parissa that loves to do freaky, kinky, painful stuff during sex. I wouldn't touch her with Larry's dick, okay? I wouldn't even want him to have to deal with that. But she escaped Ruben, but got a head injury from hitting a tree. And he finds out she's in jail. He goes and scoops her up, does Teddy, and is able to remember what Ruben looked like and was able to give Teddy a sketch. Okay? And from that sketch, Teddy shows it to Oso. Oso lets Franklin know, and Franklin decides to reveal to his homie Oso, who, let's just keep in mind, these two have saved each other. Oso and Franklin have saved each other countless amount of times. I love them together as characters, and I would hate to see something really, really bad happen between these two. But Franklin agrees to reveal Ruben's identity to Oso in exchange for Oso bringing him Teddy. And that also leads us to Ruben and a lot of characters being under pressure. Number one, Ruben is under pressure from the KGB. They waiting on plans of how you're going to get this thing done with Teddy. Oso, he's under pressure with the DEA. Teddy is under pressure from wanting to get back into the CIA, getting good graces, and let's not forget Franklin coming from that ass. Franklin's got pressure from all the debt he's in. He wants to get back on top and get out this game and live a clean life. Louis and Rome, I'm going to call them the can't get right kids, because at every turn, a barrier is striking them right in the face. And then the person I got newfound respect for, Veronique, I'm going to call her V. She's got a ticking Franklin time bomb in her belly, and it looked like she's getting real close to exploding. But that leads me to Franklin's mama, Cissy, who in this last two episodes is probably my favorite character. That line she delivered about how she's lost everything, Franklin's father, racism, and Teddy basically not killing her because she is beneath him.
Fuck Teddy, fuck the CIA, and fuck the government that supported them. I was going to do whatever it would take to not only destroy him, but to make sure that he knew it was me, the inconsequential nigga, who did it. I am way past facing reality, Franklin. I am done standing by the door waiting for Mama to come home. Now, are you with me, Saint? Or are you with them?
And then the government, the way they've treated black people, that is as telling as anything that art can do to imitate life, because that's how life was for a lot of black folks during that era. And she just is just a loss for words. She doesn't want to see her nephew and Rome, the only men left in the family, beefing with each other. And she gets Franklin to take a meeting with old Cuban Ruben, who he comes clean to Ruben about his whole entire relationship with Teddy, again in exchange for Ruben bringing Teddy. Now, I can tell y'all right now, I do not trust Ruben. If Ruben is going to pick between Franklin, being loyal to Franklin and the KGB, y'all post your comments on who he's going to be loyal to. You know that's an easy one. And after Franklin has that meet with Cuban Ruben, he agrees with Cissy to meet with Unc. And this is when we get to a dinner table scene, ladies and gentlemen, and got to be more careful. These dinner table scenes and TV shows. This was one of the most contemptuous dinner table scenes I've ever seen. It basically got down to Rome calling Franklin a young punk, and then Franklin telling Rome he wouldn't be nothing but a dime bag seller if it wasn't for him, and that life changed when he married that dirty ass trick. Oh God, Franklin, golly. Franklin just hitting folks below the belt, which of course commenced to him getting debt by Unc. Franklin pulls out the damn gun on Unc and wind up not being able to pull the trigger, which I think is going to come back to bite him later on this season. And then he walks out the door going and making him another intricate plot. And then the storyline with Cassandra and V. And Cassandra mentioning that V used to be breaking rules. What is she talking about? Does that have something to do with what V told Franklin last season? Very interesting. You guys leave me your comments on that. And then Louis and Rome and all the turmoil they're going through with their drug business, having to turn to Scully, Mr. You need to get the hate out your heart, who has found a new moral awakening, but is going to rehabilitate Louis and Rome to get their shit together in this game. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, what a fast start. Season 6, Snowfall, episode 1 and 2. That's my quick breakdown review. Come back tonight at 9 p.m. to get the full review with the fellas. Be sure to like the video, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and the TikTok. Download the podcast. Till that next Sex is Hell video. I'll see you.